Alright. Darkness. Let's try to fix that. I think I might have boosted. Oh no. Boosted the contrast a bit too much. Let's see here. Increase brightness. Alright. Let's go with that. Hey, Quentin. Quentin. Louis the Awesome Eternal Lady. Ohms. Friendship. Louis. And Echo. Fantastic. It's Bjorn time. It's Friday. That's what it is. So today is episode 210. It's gonna be fun. Bjorn it up. Hey Miazis, how's it going? Right, so I think today Bjorn to rock. I'll just draw something. I think it's my turn today. Let's see here. Timer. Not 25. It needs to be 30. Here we go. All right. So what to draw today? I want to play with colors. Let's do that. Let's play with colors. So what's the plans for the weekend, everyone? I think I will stream something tonight. I kind of feel like it. Like it's a good day to stream. Just music and art. I want to experiment today with. It's going to be another technique experimentation to see like where I can take something. Today is not the dice. Eternal Lady. Yeah, definitely Miasis. I mean, it's Martin's DNA. You got a kid in kindergarten, that's probably. But maybe that's. I think it's Latvian white, isn't it? But I'm definitely up for a beer. Hey, Miller Finn, Quentin. Quentin, I think you need to refresh. That's weird. That's so weird that it does that. It has that bug to go to Tim Remmers. Super weird. It's the hosting bug. No idea. They should. I mean, they should really fix it. Unless they. I mean, maybe it's not. Maybe they don't even know about the problem. Mark Miazis, yeah. But I'm definitely up for a beer at 6. So my plans for the weekend is I actually don't have any. I want to try to see if a friend can come over and help with purchasing my new computer. I'm bound to upgrade. I upgrade it like every 5th year or so. I buy some monster machine that'll stay competitive for many years, and then when it starts to become too slow and too beaten, I just I spend a lot of money on a new machine. Now, the recent years, my PC can't play the most recent games, but for many years, my PC has been able to just run everything on max. But now the games are becoming so resource demanding that my computer is outdated. Oh, really, Miesis? That's really cool. Yeah, I have a friend who have done a lot of research about that as well. Um, I can actually try to see today if he can't send me a screenshot of his suggested shopping list. I think that would be great, so that your computer whiz friend could pass his judgmental eye on the list. Frenchy. Uh, yeah, this is some sort of portrait. I'm experimenting with just brush marks. I felt like painting something, just having fun. Eternal Lady, yeah. It should be. If it can land a rocket, then I'm off to a good start for the next 5 years. But most likely, this portrait would stay realistic. This portrait will most likely morph into something fantastical, like some alien mouth, or I tend to go that route with my portraits. I like to test things out, push the envelope a bit. But there is something to stay realistic as well. Try to capture something. This friend of mine, he's a programmer, and he just built his house, which is one of the like super efficient houses, and a lot of technology companies, like for heating and so on, they use his house as an example. Um, he did massive amount of research about it, and it turned out really cool. It's just built, and he just moved in, and he did the same because he had to upgrade his computer. So he did loads of research about what's good to buy, and what all the numbers mean, and the performance and all that, and he made a shopping list for me. I think the price ended up around 1,700 euros for this new PC. So it's a little bit of money, but as I don't buy one every year, it's. It's not going to be any monster, like not anything super crazy or anything. Just powerful enough to last a few years. Quentin, yeah, it's a pretty good price. I mean, it's custom built with custom parts, so obviously it's not any like go to a store and buy a package. Usually they raise the price, and he actually went to some computer websites, like around here, and he looked at their offers, and he actually found a good one that was price worth, which was interesting. And he said, oh, this one actually, this one of many was actually a good one. And he said that all the others were just overpriced and scamming, like common person PC that's powerful, but not, anything technically amazing. And it's just going to be, do you know the term shovelware for apps? Usually what that term means is like you take a shovel and you just kind of fling shit and it doesn't have any special worth. It doesn't have any special unique abilities or anything. It's just crank it out there, tons of the same version, and there's no purpose of it. And a lot of these packages are just that, like shovel PCs, where you can just, whatever. It's generic pieces put together and people buy it. There's nothing unique to it. Oh, really, Miller? Tell us more about it. What's the project? You're going to paint a big wall? Is it graffiti? Or is it oil? Or is it what's the idea? I used to do a lot of murals for family members and such. Uh, like one cousin, she wanted a football team um, logo on her in her bedroom over a full a huge wall. So I used acrylics and I painted this football logo with like realistic lightning traveling all over the wall, and it was really fun to do. And I used to do that for people who wanted. So I just said, "Oh, you pay me in beer, and I'll come over. We'll drink some beer, and I'll paint your wall." At that time, obviously, my cousin wasn't old enough to drink beer, so her father bought me beer, which is my uncle. Schmaze, yeah, I don't have automatic backup. I have one working hard drive, which I'm using as like a primary saving drive, and then I have two backups that I manually backup. One backup that makes the backup like a massive register, and then the second backup does the backup of the backup. But I need to do it manually, and it's not a perfect solution um, because I have lost work in the past when a hard drive just suddenly dies. Um, but the archive is for my purpose mostly because when client work and you send it off, and that's that. It's out of your hands. But archiving for just for the purpose of archiving, it's always fun. One good thing though is always try to back it up, especially if you're doing a project. You don't want to be in a position where I was in with my now movie project, where I had done loads of animations. This was going to be a animated graphic novel. I was just about ready to publish it, and the hard drive crashed, and I lost all the work, and was so deflated uh, that I just didn't want to try to do it again. That's cool, Miller. Make sure to document it and show it. Keep us updated on Discord or Facebook. I'd love to see how it goes. It's always cool to do stuff like that. And the feeling when it's finished and you can see something like that at that scale that you have created is it's an amazing feeling. I used to go to legal graffiti walls um, and paint graffiti. Um, like you just go there during the day because you don't need to sneak around or anything. It's just a legal wall. Like the owners allow you to paint there, and you just go there and kind of hang out, have a beer, paint a massive painting, uh, take some photos, and go away. It's a great feeling. It's a cool sense of accomplishment to see something of that scale and that large. Hey, Captain Balls! Oh yeah, Miesis? Uh, there's some, there's a little bit of condescends view or gaze there. He was looking like, I don't know. It's fun to paint today. It's interesting feeling here. I usually don't do portraits like this for warm-ups. Obviously for work, but or not obviously, you don't know that. How can it be obvious for you? Obvious for me, clearly. But it's fun. I like experimenting. I love painting different things, and I love experimenting with approach. And you have less time to do it when you do client work because you need to deliver, right? So that's why I really love doing these warm-ups and messing around with technique. Really love it. Where are we with time? Oh, halfway. That's really cool. I love doing mural stuff. Miller, yeah, make sure to document it. It's great for yourself, like in a year or so, to look back at it and go, "Oh, that was a fun project." That's why I love with having a sketchbook, or not the sketchbook per se, but the digital footprint um, of one's creations. That's why, like, I love looking back at something and go, "Oh yeah, that idea. Oh yeah, I painted this and I thought about that at that time." Because our brains are a non-stop, like, spinning and coming up with things, and in order for us to stay sane, we can't remember absolutely everything. And that's why having a sketchbook and just pouring out ideas and experimenting and thinking and testing, and then you will automatically, like, store the interesting information that's immediate, but you still have lots of thoughts left behind, and going back and looking into what you were thinking 1 year ago, 2 years ago, is such an interesting thing to be able to do, um, if you have if you have it saved. Hmm. I wanna, you know what I would love? Um, I would love, uh, I need to Google this if it's available to purchase. I would love a miniature Asaro head, printed, 3D printed. Um, do you guys know what an Asaro head is? Hey, Mila. Yeah, exactly, Mila. Asaro. It's Asaro, I think. I need to just make sure. Asaro head. Yeah, Asaro. I will show you. So the Asaro head is a painter's aid. So one side is super simplified and one side is more articulated. But still, like it shows the basic planes of the human head proportionally. So what painters and people who draw, they place this Asaro head in the same lighting condition as their subject, and so that they can more clearly see the approximate planes of the head when they're painting. Uh, so it gets affected by the same amount of light in the same way, so they can break it down and understand the volumes clearer. So what I would love is a 3D printed version of that, miniature. I think that would be cool, like having a miniature head like that. So you could just kind of remind yourself of the planes, remind yourself of lighting conditions. Because I'm unsure if it's copyrighted, the Asaro head. Uh, but I would love one. I need to Google that actually. I will do that after the stream. I know that there are 3D versions of the Asaro head you can download and set up. Like you can set up your own custom lighting condition and use it for practice. But I mean, that being said, who has the energy to do that? I mean, it's way easier to just pick it up and spin it if you have it physically. Um, but it's a great thing to have, I think. So I want to see if I can find it online, buy it, a 3D printed miniature version. Hey, Örjan. How's it going, man? Nice to see you here again. I hope everything is fine with you, sir. You guys are gonna stream after mine, right? That's one thing with hosting, I don't know. I mean, if someone like Tim Remmers, for example, he seems to be always streaming, and I was seems to be always hosting him. I know that you could set like a priority list and going list down if someone is starts and someone I'm hosting someone else and they start, it'll switch. But I'm a bit unsure how that works actually. Does anyone know how that works? I'm not at all very experienced with the hosting settings. Hey Gaxix, how's it going? Thank you very much for joining us, Gaxix, even though you're just passing by. Best of luck today, sir. Mr. Gaxix, sir. Oh, you're on deadline. You're on the deadline crunch. Oh, my apologies. Good luck with making that deadline. I know it sucks. So where are we with time? Well, a little bit less than 5 minutes left. Okay, okay. Oh, really, Miasis? Wow, awesome. Örjan, yeah. So you think it's better to have too much to do, so you feel obligated to push harder and get it done faster? Yeah, I mean procrastination is horrible, and the fact that you feel, not you in particular, but that in fact that one feels like I can hang back a bit. It's okay. I mean, no rush. Famous last words. Miasis. Yeah, but it's a cool thing to have, even though it's 99. It's pretty good though. I think the original, if you order it from the make original, like you getting that original bust, it's a lot more. Hey, Captain Jetlag. Welcome, man. Glad you could make it, and happy Friday. It is the Friday today. I'm experimenting today. Oh, really, Mila? But I oh, that's great. I checked years ago, and they didn't sell them. Like you had to like, try to reach the owner, and it was all sorts of. Maybe there's too many people interested, and they put it back to selling. Captain Jetlag, yeah. One thing that's cool with rainy days though is that you can spend them indoors without feeling like you're wasting wasting the day. Like, well, I can't go outside. And you just go back to the sofa. Then you stand there and go like, oh, I wish it stopped raining. Standing there in your underwear. And then when it stops raining, you go, ah, screw it. Going back to the sofa. Captain Jetlag, yeah. If you run really, really fast, oh yeah, underwear. You just become you just go on. You have a underwear booze party all weekend. Don't get dressed. Just be in your underwear. Order home pizza. Do a kalsongfylla, as it's called, as the pros call it. Kalsongfylla. Hmm, that's interesting. Time's running out though. What a shame. I kind of love that spongy brush. Some interesting results with it. I'm not sure if I want to use it though, but the results was interesting. Painting is stupid. It's completely not what I wanted or accomplish. But sometimes you just have to paint something for the sake of painting and not for the sake of result. And today was definitely one of those days where result doesn't matter, but the process is the thing that was fun. And I think I thoroughly enjoyed painting this, but I don't like the result, which is okay. I think that's fine. Today was one of those days where the process is more entertaining. Eternal Lady is a Cintiq 24-inch HD. Yeah, that's good. Kalsorge. Captain Jetlag, that's something that me and my friends used to joke about. When it's a kalsongfylla is when you're drunk in your underwear in your apartment from Friday to uh, Monday morning, and you're just spending the whole weekend in underwear, eating takeaway, as in the takeaway will be ordered to your home. You just have a bunch of alcohol in your place. You don't leave the apartment even once, and just just spend the whole weekend in underwear. That's a kalsongfylla. you know, pizza cartons everywhere Monday morning. Just no shame. All right. Thanks everyone for joining in. Tonight I will most likely stream with some music and just do some portfolio stuff. Usually it'll start around 10 p.m. Local time, but 8 p.m. UK time. Central European time, 8 o'clock. Or we'll see you Monday morning. Well, thanks everyone. Today's portrait is, I have no idea, but it is what it is. Okay. Bye.